What's up, everybody? It's Hank here with Break MMA. Now, normally I am an MMA platform and an MMA podcast, but I watch other shows, Ink Master. I watch MTV shows, cooking shows. I like the Master Chef and all that shit. Today,
I like that one.
I have a very special guest. I'm obviously, everybody, I have both arms sleeved and my whole chest and stomach done. Both arms, which I'll get into it and show you a little bit. Both legs from knee down. So I pretty much have just a full black and gray suit except for my face and my neck.
Yeah.
And but Christian Buckingham, Ink Master coach on this season. The man actually, did you come in second or third on your season?
I came in third twice.
Came in third twice because I know that you and Clean was like neck and neck.
Yeah, both times. Me and him go round and round all the time, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, and Clean won one, didn't he? He's won one before.
Nope. He took second both times.
Both times. I could have, because that one that died, Scott.
Well, his third time he didn't even make the finale, but he took second twice.
Yeah. But
yeah.
He lost to Scott, I believe, right? The one that died?
No, he lost to Jason Clay Dunn the first time, and then the second time we both lost to Anthony Michaels.
Yeah, which was kind of out of the blue, because didn't he say he wasn't even finished with his piece?
Yeah, I mean, but there was a lot of weirdness on that season. There was a jury vote and a Twitter vote and this and that. So it's always complicated, But, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Nobody ever, we all piss and moan every time somebody loses a fucking Super Bowl, but you either win or you lose, and we both lost. So simple as that.
Yeah, I watched the first season of Ink Master 1 and 2 and 3, and then I started losing off, a little bit, but then I got back into it a season ago, and of course I've watched every one this season. I DVR every time and go back and watch every one. It seems like this season there's some legitimate tattooers in there.
Oh, there has been for a while now. I mean, you look at, Jesus Christ, last season, Josh Payne and DJ Tamby, Juan Salgado. I mean, you go through a list of people. Season 10 was amazing. Season 9 had a all-star cast. Even season 8, man. What's that?
What was that one girl's name that won?
Ryan Ashley, great tattooer. Kelly Doty, fantastic tattooer. Gian Carly, the finale was, 3 great tattooers. So, they're all amazing. It gets better and better every season. But I think since about season 4 or 5, it's just been progressively getting better.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can tell some of those, especially those flash challenges, are so close. I mean, the one last week with the wall. I mean, I personally picked the one with the cord, the head with the cord.
You picked well.
But it was super close. It was like an inch. It was super close.
No, it wasn't. That sure wasn't close. I don't mind losing when I lose, but no, that wasn't close. They did a fucking postcard. It looked cool. I mean, it did. It looked cool. I was impressed. I mean, I was like, man, they got a lot of coverage. It looked good. And of course, on the fucking internet, no matter who, anytime, especially if Clean loses, it's all fucking conspiracy and, oh my God, he was robbed. And bullshit. The fucking challenge was creativity. That was the challenge. All right. And a bunch of people got on and said, oh, well, Team Christian didn't use all the canvas. Well, that wasn't a requirement. Oliver just said, we didn't give you a big canvas, for a little piece. We expect you to use the whole canvas. Okay, well, we pretty much did. But when it came down to creativity, and this wasn't me, it was my team, it was a fucking hands down, man. Those kids went crazy. Our shit was 3D. They didn't even show everything we did. We made 3D pockets on the suit. There was a flower you could actually pull out. Those fucking kids went nuts. There was pants down spanking. Now, Team Clean did a really nice piece, and I'm not dogging them at all, but sometimes a win's a win, and you just, I mean, when they beat us on the spray paint challenge, they fucking beat us, The public has to learn how to quit fucking whining. If the Patriots win, it's because Tom Brady's a fucking great quarterback. I don't want him to keep winning either, but God damn it, he can play football. Shut up. I
Shout
got two
out
pit bulls.
Patriots. I'm a huge Patriot fan.
Well, I'm not. I'm a Steelers fan, but
Oh,
when
God.
they win because they play well. Simple as that.
Well, Bell's about to be gone, so you better hope. You better hope Le'Veon Bell stays.
Fuck, I know. You know what? I'm ready to get rid of Roethlisberger. Let's keep Le'Veon.
You can't get rid of Big Ben. That's your heart.
Shit.
But one thing about Ink Master, and yeah, I agree 100% on the challenge. I mean, creativity was the challenge, and you had a fucking light bulb head that was 3D with a 3D extension cord made out of fucking tape.
Yeah, it was cool shit, man. Those kids killed it, man. That team is full of, just really creative, smart, hardworking kids that get along well, and they're pretty amazing, man.
I'm curious, and I'm sure a lot of people are curious. How real is Ink Master? Like, I'm sure it's not choreographed because you can't choreograph a tattoo. You can't really sit somebody down.
Yeah.
And make them do a good or bad tattoo. It just kind of happens. But is it kind of rehearsed? Do you do a few takes, or is it just one shot?
No, it's 60% real. Everything having to do with the tattoos or the flash challenges is 100% real. They don't fuck around with that. That actually falls under federal game show laws, so that's very real. With the house drama and shit. I mean, obviously that's what they want. They want us to fucking yell at each other and shit, and so they put us in situations, and they know how to poke the bear and shit like that to get people going. But that shit's not real. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm tired of him. Like, me and Clean are actually friends. He's a good guy. I have no problems with Clean. Is there a rivalry? Sure. Just like, any two basketball players or people that compete for anything and do it well, you're going to have a rivalry. So that part's kind of legit. But, all the yelling at him, I've never yelled at Clean in my life, man. He's a good dude. I'd fucking give him the shirt off my back, man. And he's a good person. I worked at his shop a bunch of times. All that bullshit is... that's fucking networks trying to get people riled up and do ratings, and we do it because you're supposed to do it. But I'll tell you the truth, I'm kind of not a fan of it anymore. I used to have fun with it, but people take it so serious that I'm kind of over that part of it.
Yeah, people definitely lose their minds, like you said about Clean.
Fucking crazy.
People get on Clean. If Clean loses anything, they call it, Rob, how's Christian better? Yeah. And I'm a Clean fan. Like you said, I love Clean's tattoos. He does great tattoos. You do great tattoos. There's a lot of people that do them, but if Clean loses anything, it seems like every damn body goes nuts on you.
Yeah, and I'm a Clean fan too. I love his work. I'd get tattooed by the guy any day. But, it's not even just Clean. You see it all the time. I mean, Josh Payne is a great guy. Fucking amazing dude. Great tattooer. And I watched the hate mail that he got. And I'm like, listen, you fucking idiots. Television's not real. Here's a message to the fucking public that's watching. Television ain't always real. Holy fucking shit, people. It's TV. Y'all lighten up. Just enjoy the damn show, pick your team. But, man, I'm sorry, but the one thing I've learned from Ink Master is the public is a bunch of no-life having fucking losers who have nothing to do but sit the fuck around and freak the fuck out about shit that don't matter. And I'm not just talking Ink Master, man. Go on any page. Any page. These fucking idiots sit around all goddamn day because they got no life. They're not contributing anything to the world. And they sit and watch TV, and especially reality TV, and freak the fuck out about it. And it's fucking sad to watch, to tell you the truth. It really is.
Yeah, definitely, especially on Twitter. Especially fucking Twitter.
Oh, Twitter's the best one, man. Go on Facebook. Facebook's the worst. That's the hate on Facebook is, why? Because Facebook is older people. And it's all it's the moms and dads, all the college kids that started Facebook are gone. It's all the fucking moms and dads and all the fucking dipshits who hate their life. They hate their job. And they go on Facebook every night to vent and feel better about themselves by yelling at people you look at it with any public figure, man. I don't give a shit. It could be Snooki or fucking the president or fucking Ink Master. It don't matter. That's all they do is sit and bag on shit. And I constantly think, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing to contribute to the world? You know, I mean, I'm sure I don't even watch MMA, and I'll tell you, I guarantee it's the same thing, right? Like, I'm sure every time Conor McGregor gets up, somebody fucking, there's probably 10 million people, you know, just raging about him or whoever the fuck the guy is. And I'm convinced it's because these people themselves have no life. They contribute nothing. They have nothing but their fucking petty hatred to throw out into the world, and it's fucking sad and pathetic to watch sometimes.
Especially with MMA, like you said, you don't follow it, but people, you know, when you go out in a cage and fist fight, you leave your soul out there. You know, you could die in there, and
for sure.
And you got people lose decisions. You know, there's some controversial calls sometimes, and people go absolutely insane and message people. And, I mean, like you said, it's pitiful what somebody will say on the internet nowadays to somebody that they don't even fucking know.
You know, the sad part to me is, I mean, I'm a football fan, and I've been a Steelers fan since the 70s, you know. But that doesn't mean that I can't watch the Patriots play or whoever the hell it is and just enjoy watching people with talent do something well. Whether it happens to be my team or not, you know, I'm not going to lose my shit and break my TV if the Steelers get beat. You know, I'm like, yeah, it's my team, but, you know, I want to watch good football. I want to watch talented people do what they trained for years and years to do. The problem is people nowadays just pick some side, you know, like, oh, I'm a fucking Patriots fan. Fuck everybody else. Every team sucks. If we lose, it's because the refs were fucking bought out or deflate gate or this or that, or there's always some bullshit. And the thing is, like, you know, what astonishes me is if the Patriots lose, well, it's because why are the fans upset? Your fucking sorry ass never went out on the field, you know? The fucking people complaining the most are the ones who don't do anything. Like, when was the last fucking time you put yourself out there? You know what I mean? For those people, you're sitting there bitching about a football game, but you don't play. You don't have anything to do with it. You're a fucking spectator. Enjoy it. You know, same with Ink Master. I mean, I don't care. I'll tell you right now, the first person ever thrown off a fucking Ink Master was a guy named B-Tat. First person thrown off on my first season, was Corey Davis. And I got nothing but respect for those guys because they put themselves on the line. They actually put the work in. They took the steps. They went out there and put themselves out there for the public who have done nothing to shred. And that part, that's why I am the way I am. And I don't give two fucking shits if the public likes me or not, because I fucking put myself here. I work to fucking get there. The people that I care about, the opinions I care about, are the people who actually are in that same position. Not some fucking couch potato sitting in fucking Missouri, you know, talking about I'm a douchebag, blah, 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 who's never done a fucking thing with his life.
And with you, and I bet you know this, and you're probably expected it. The first thing everybody seems to taunt or talk about with you is your fucking face tattoos.
Yeah, and fuck them on that one too, because guess what? Everybody knows me by that. You know, they can sit and I get people. Some people love them, some people hate them, but I'm like, guess what? Everybody knows them, motherfucker, and nobody knows you. Cool. You know. These again, man. Like, and I don't mean to sound like such a hater, but it's just funny to watch, like, some anonymous fuck who, again, works at. Well, I'm not going to say work because I don't diminish anybody's job, but you know, some fucking loser who's never done shit or never taken a chance at all is going to sit and judge me, and I'm like, well, fuck you, because you know what? There's a million people know me by these tattoos. And you know what? It took a lot of balls to get these done. I got these done before tattooing was big. You know, I took a chance. I put my money where my mouth was. I said, I'm going to be a successful tattooer no matter what. And I did. And so you may not like them, but the truth is that's actually what they symbolize. Is I don't give a fuck. I don't fucking care if you like them. I didn't get these for fucking public approval. This was this is a fucking sign to the people around me that I'm not you. I'm not like you. I don't want to be like you. I don't give a shit about your fucking interactions. I don't give a shit what you think. And if you have a fucking opinion, either say it to my face or shut the fuck up. Because you know what? Here's the funny thing. I've been doing Ink Master for 3 years. And I can go online and I can find 100,000 fucking comments about me, right? Not one fucking time, not once has anybody come up to my face in real life and said shit. So all these fucking keyboard cowboys are a bunch of fucking peasant pussies. Fuck them. And that's what this shit means. Fuck you.
That's actually where, tattooing came from and how tattooing, that's what they are. I've had people come up and stare at my sleeves, and stare. I've got my full hand done.
Yeah.
And that's the reason, I do it because the same thing. People come up and ask you, why'd you do that? I want you to ask me. I want you to be like, hey, I like it when people, they get closer and they look at me weird, and some people get closer and they look at them and like, oh, that's beautiful. It's like you said, It's all about that. I put it, if I gave a fuck about your opinion, I wouldn't have put it on my fucking face.
Right. Well, I told somebody once, they said, why'd you do your, what do these mean? And I said, well, you ever seen a poison dart frog? I said, what was that? And I said, okay, go look at a poison dart frog, right? Real super bright frog down in the Amazon, right? Or you can go look at a coral snake. They're super bright. And in nature, most of the venomous creatures are actually real bright, or they have real distinct markings, and it's a way of telling the other creatures of the forest, leave me the fuck alone. And the truth is, most of them are very passive creatures. They generally are not actually aggressive, but it's a defense mechanism. But it's also a way of saying, don't fuck with me. And I tell them all the time, I'm like, I'm a poison dart frog. Listen, I'm a passive, mellow dude. I'm sitting here chilling with my 2 dogs right now in my house, having a fucking drink and relaxing. But don't fuck with me. And that's what this is, supposed to represent to the world. And a lot of them don't like it because I truly believe most people in the world are sheepish cowards. They dress exactly how they're told to dress. The people that fucking dog on me or don't like how I look are the same people who look exactly like everybody else next to them all day, every day. They live the life they're supposed to live. They do what they're told. They're robotic fucking peasant sheep. And I have absolutely zero fucking respect for that. And I have no problem with them hating on me. It was my intention.
And like you said, you've taken risk. That's a huge risk to get your face tattooed. That's a huge risk to go, I'm going to be a professional tattooer, and I'm actually going to try to make a living and take care of my family, and not only take care of them, but, support them with the finer things if I can by my own hand. If I become a millionaire or if I become a failure, it's by my own hand.
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
One thing I have definitely...
what's that old saying is you laugh at me because I'm different. I laugh at you because you're all the same.
Yeah.
One
thing I have definitely noticed on this season so far, and I've talked to him a few times on Twitter and tried to get him on, and still working on it. He's pretty busy and he don't get on Twitter much. But you and Turk, is there like a genuine dislike there, or do you just like busting his balls?
Well, I don't bust his balls. Go back and look on Twitter. It's him trying to bust mine. And I'll tell you, here's what I think. I think Turk's a pretty good guy in his own right. We get along sometimes. We don't get along others. He might not like me saying this, but the truth is I don't think Turk's tattoos were all that goddamn good this season. And I think he's trying to ride the social media thing. And I pretty much, honestly, I sat down with Turk and showed him how to use Twitter and how to, how to engage in this and that, and how to retweet, because it's part of what we do.
Right.
And I know that he's he's just playing the game like everybody else does. But I've told him a couple times, just back off, bro. Because, like, tell you the truth, I don't think Turk's really all that good. At least on the show. In real life, he does some pretty good tattoos, but on the show, I don't think he was all that good. And it's kind of like MGK talking shit to Eminem, where I'm like,
God.
listen, man, you're not. We're not on the same level right now. You go fucking, you go make the finale once or twice, and then we'll talk some shit. But until then, you're a little barking chihuahua.
I'm a lot younger than you, and the reason I started listening to rap music, I love rap music. MGK's Rap Devil was better. I stand by that.
Oh, fuck that punk
I
kid.
stand by
Get
it.
the fuck out
but
of
it's
here.
close. It's like that last challenge with you and Clean. It's like you was a 10 and Clean was a 9. Rap Devil's a 10.
MGK had some
Eminem's
good
a 9.
lines. Okay, all right.
I'm not saying
to it.
MGK's better. I'm just saying Rap Devil was
better than what?
Rap Devil was better than Killshot.
I don't know. Well, okay, the kid might have landed a blow or two, but he ain't no Eminem.
Oh no, but as far as going song,
that's the thing is
Rap Devil's a better diss.
No. He had one decent single out of it. One decent single. I listened to Rap Devil. I was like, okay, it was all right. He had a couple of good digs on him, but
you were named after a candy. I was named after a gangster.
Yeah, well, but that don't make you a gangster. That's the thing is like, it's here, and I watched an interview with Eminem, and I kind of relate to that when it comes to like say Turk, right? Like, as MGK is actually trying to make his name by picking on somebody who's above him and because. And M said, I don't even know if I want to fucking respond because if I do, it elevates him because people make their careers off of Eminem. And I look at Turk, and certainly I'm no fucking Eminem. That's for God. I've never even won. I'm not that goddamn good, But I'm like, I look at Turk, and I'm like, listen, dude, like, I'll put up with that shit from Clean Rock 1 because he backs it up. He's the real deal. Like, Clean is a fucking amazing tattooer. DJ Tambi. A lot of these people, they're the real deal. Turk, I'm like, dude, I'd go head-to-head with Turk tomorrow and crush him. So I'm not really going to get into it with you on Twitter because it's not worth my time. You're just not that good.
Yeah, the very first episode that aired of this season, the very first person to stick out to me was Turk, and he said that he had 20 years experience, and anytime you hear 20 years, you're like, oh damn, he's got way more. He's got like 19 more years than some of these guys on there, and he was my first. I'm not gonna say favorite, but he was the first one I looked at and said, I'm really curious about this guy. And then his first tattoo was good. And then his second and third and fourth, they're steadily getting worse as we go along. And we're about to have an episode tonight, and I hope he gets through it, but I just don't see him making it much longer.
20. I don't give a shit about your experience. All that means is he's been fucking shit up for 20 years. I mean, I'm sorry, man, but I look at his tattoos and they look 20 years old the day he does them. So I'm not impressed. And I'm not trying to be a dick because I let me tell you something. Here's the thing where I don't like all the trash talking on the internet is I respect the shit out of anybody who's been doing anything with that much heart for that long. So as a tattooer, no, I 100% I have respect for Turk. We're talking about Ink Master as an environment under the conditions of that competition only. I'm not impressed. Now, I've seen his work in real life and given the time and his, environment, yeah, he can do good work, for sure. There's no doubt. I'll tell you right now, he knows more about building machines than I do. He knows more about a lot of shit than I do because he does have that experience, and so I 100% respect that. But if we get down to honesty and the brass tacks and shit, that no, the tattoos that he did on Ink Master didn't impress me. I never saw him as a threat. I actually basically looked at him as an easy out eventually, and I knew, that I don't know. I just if I were going head to head with Turk, I wouldn't be afraid at all. He's no clean rock one.
So as I said Turk was, you kind of need to get a few episodes in before you discover who's good and who's great. You want those great ones stick out,
Yeah.
And
Who do you think's great so far?
a big one to me is Tiffer. He's won Tattoo of the Day twice, and I tweeted out the last episode. I said Tiffer is a legit threat to win this thing.
Who else would you pick? There's going to be 3.
I know it's close. It's so close. Tony's a good one, and probably one of the girls that Ashley's a real good one.
Me and Amanda.
Oh yeah, Amanda.
Yeah, Amanda's a beast. Doesn't have the experience, but that kid's got nothing but heart, and she's got a real old school spirit. Like I said, man. Win or lose, that kid's gonna win off of this shit.
For sure.
Taking a shot at tequila. Let's do
a shot of tequila. Ugh.
It's Tattoos Day. I drink on Tattoos Day.
Have you been tattooing all day today?
No, just for a little while. I did a little piece.
Where do you tattoo out of? Where is your shop at? Or do you just have one? Or do you have several?
No, I'm in Richmond, Virginia right now. For the moment, I'm tattooing at Loose Screw Tattoo with Jesse Smith. But I travel all the time. And I go all over the country. And hopefully next year, I'm actually going to hit Europe and start traveling the world.
Definitely. If you're ever in Tennessee, I'd love to try to hit you up and get tattooed by you.
I won't be. I don't.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe I might go to Nashville one of these days and go see Amanda. Maybe. It's the only reason I would go to Tennessee.
Yeah, she tattoos out of Nashville that I've seen. I've hit her up too, and I emailed her, and I'm waiting for her to get back to get her on the podcast as well. I actually, do you know and have you had any interactions with Kyle Dunbar?
Oh yeah, I love Kyle. He's a good dude. Kyle's hilarious.
I had him scheduled, and I'm not going to talk bad about him, but he just ditched me. He didn't call, didn't answer me, and just didn't show up for his appointment or scheduled for his podcast. And I understand I'm not 10,000 people watching me, but if you say you're going to be there, you should be there.
Yeah, well, Kyle's crazy, man, and he's flaky and all that, but he's a great guy. I love Kyle.
Yeah, I liked him too, but he did bail on me for an episode. I had to throw that in there.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And listen, I'm not bagging on Tennessee. I've been there. It's a great state. I just don't have too many reasons to go that way. It's a beautiful state. I've been to 47 states so far, and I love most of them.
Right. Plus, I live in a small town country. For tattooers, like you need a big city or something, or you need a lot of clientele. Not really. It's hard to keep a tattoo shop here. I have a tattooer that does all mine, and other than that, I think there's one other shop, and they die every 6 months just because not many people around here want to get it.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah. I think too many people are getting tattooed. I think it's kind of all right. I liked it when it was underground.
Yeah, it's not cool anymore. Everybody's got them.
I mean, tattoos will always be cool. You're cutting up pretty good. But tattoos will always be cool, man, just because they are. But I don't think every soccer mom in the country needs a tattoo. I'm okay with, the whole industry is all afraid that eventually it's going to die off and whatever. I'm cool with that, man. I didn't mind it when it was a little more underground. That was fine. Either way is good for me. I'll tattoo till the day I die, so I don't give a shit.
So obviously, black and gray is your strong suit. Take out black and gray. What's your favorite? Do you like freehand? Do you prefer? If somebody comes and asks you for a freehand tattoo, because I know a lot of artists are just against it because a stencil's better, and a stencil, you got a clean outline of what you want. If somebody asks you to freehand, will you? Do you like to freehand?
Oh yeah, man. I've been tattooing for 16 years. There's nothing I haven't done. Here's the thing. I got cornholed into I'm the black and gray guy because I went on Ink Master and I took all the collar tattoos out of my portfolio to make the other people on the cast think that's all I could do. And it worked. And then at the end of the season, they gave me American Traditional, which I grew up on that shit. And I killed it. And I've done everything on that show. There's no kind of tattooing I haven't done. And I love Black and Gray. It's my favorite, but I would say American Traditional is right behind it. I like neo-traditional. I like doing... I just like tattoos. I'm not a tattoo snob. I don't have a lot of rules or things holding me back. I mean, I don't give a shit. You want to come in and get a fucking infinity knot on your wrist? I'll do it. I don't care. I'm a tattooer.
That's
simple.
How you make your money. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with freehand. I think it's the purest form of shit. I love just grabbing some Sharpie markers and drawing on somebody and letting something happen, But here's the unfortunate part in this social media world. Guys like us, we're supposed to be careful because and it sucks because maybe I freehand a piece on you and you and I both fucking love it, and I post it on Instagram. But now because 100,000 people think they're fucking tattoo experts. They sit and shred your tattoo on social media, and they sit and tell you everything you don't like about it until you don't like your tattoo, and that's the fucking bullshit that I don't like. That there's tattoos I've done that I don't post it on Instagram because even though you love it and it's exactly what you wanted, I know that the public is going to rip it apart for something. And I don't want you to go through that. So I don't post it because the public just sits there like fucking vultures, like fucking little fucking vultures, just waiting, for something to complain about or bitch about or judge. And it sucks, man, because there's a ton of tattoos that I've done that are simple little tattoos that meant a lot to somebody that I would be happy to post, but I don't want to put my client through the bullshit of it. And again, I guess it just comes back to fuck the public and fuck social media and the fucking bullshit mentality that it's propagating in this country.
And like we was talking about earlier, not only if you get 100,000 people talking shit, some people might start second guessing you. They might be, well, maybe
sure.
Maybe it's not fucking good. Maybe it is fucking horrible, and they could turn on you. It takes a strong-willed person to be like, fuck you, I don't care. It looks good to me, and if it looks good to me, I don't give a shit about anything else. But with your tattooing especially, hate, it's the world we live in now on the hate. Everybody hates on something, and probably most of them don't know shit about tattooing.
None of them do. That's the cold hard fact is all these fucking keyboard cowboys don't know fucking shit. And Clean is popular with social media as far as the TV part goes, but I see people rip on his tattoos, and I see tattooers rip on his tattoos because they're old. They're like 90s style. He has an older style. And I'm like, what? Fuck you, man. That guy invented a style. He changed tattooing, and he's legitimately a significant historical figure in tattooing. And the public, they don't fucking know none of that. They don't. All they know is he was on fucking Ink Master. I'm like, I knew about that guy 20 years before Ink Master was ever on the goddamn air. Clean was a significant character in this industry years before that shit ever came on air. And these people don't even know, half the people that like him are fucking hillbillies or fake titty broads who like his pecs. They don't even fucking know about tattoos. Half of them barely have tattoos. And, you look at the ones sitting there shredding it on Instagram, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I see your tattoos. They suck balls. Go back to fucking your shit-ass job, save up some money, and get a real tattoo.
One thing that stuck out to me, I think it was the last episode that aired, You were the one girl was supposed to do a foo dog, and she changed it
Yeah.
to a wolf. And you said you're laughing, but you should be embarrassed that you don't know what a foo dog is.
Yeah.
I have been I'm only 23. I have a full body, everything. I have no fucking clue what a foo dog is. Is that bad?
No, because you're not a professional tattooer. But if you're a professional tattooer and you don't know what a food dog is, go get a real job. Like, no, that's tattoo 101. Stacy is, in the real world, she's harmless, and sometimes even kind of entertaining, and she's a sweet girl. As a tattooer, she offends everything that I believe in this industry. She doesn't care about tattooing. She's. I heard that girl literally say, "People don't judge me because I'm cute." Fuck you. I believe you have a responsibility to your clients to understand your craft to the best of your ability. We're all guilty of not knowing as much as we should. As hard as I work, I feel all the time like I should work harder for your benefit. Because my job is to permanently change your appearance for a living. And if you don't take that fucking seriously, I have absolutely zero respect for you. As a person, Stacy is inoffensive. As a tattooer, I think she should stop tattooing right now. Never ever pick up a machine again and go do hair.
Yeah, I've disagreed with just about every elimination so far. I don't know how you thought about it, but I thought Stacy should have went home for that seahorse. Over JP should have stayed, and then there was another one. I don't think the one dude from Clean's team that he was top, and your strategy got him out. It wasn't.
Oh, that was Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie. I don't think Jamie should have went home that night.
That fucking dragon was busted as fuck.
I don't know about it though, man. Over that seahorse, I think the seahorse was.
Nah, that dragon was fucking busted. He had a fucking hand coming out of the back of his ear, man. There was nothing good about that tattoo. That shit was horrible. And I'll say this. Jamie Lee Parker is one of the most talented tattooers out of anybody on either team this season. You go look at his Instagram. His real life tattoos are fucking amazing.
And
but that dragon sucked fucking donkey balls.
And he went home before a lot of people.
And rightfully so, because the tattoo he did had almost no redeeming qualities whatsoever. We look for specific shit. The public looks for what's pretty, what's pleasing, and here's the thing: the public is like a bunch of fucking parrots. They agree with whatever we say or whatever the judges say. If Oliver says, my spark plug team clean says it looked like a crushed can. Well, I could go on social media right now and find 1,000 people that say, yeah, it looks like a crushed can. They're parrots who have no opinions and they just mimic what they hear. And they don't know what they're looking at. They only know what the judges say or what we say. And the truth is, Jamie's tattoo really actually was the worst. It was irredeemably bad. There was not a fucking anatomically correct part of that tattoo. The line work was bad. The scales were bad. The saturation sucked. Every part of it was busted, and he did deserve to go home that day. And I'll say he's a great tattooer. I would fucking Jamie does tattoos on a daily basis that are better than any tattoo I have on me. I have no problem saying that. But on that day, in that competition, he fucked up, and he went home rightfully so.
How much interactions do you really get with Chris and Oliver and Dave? Like, can you sit down and when the filming stopped or during like lunch or some shit, do you actually get to chill with Oliver and Chris and all of them?
No, we don't really interact with them. I mean, I have. I've been on the show long enough that, I've been to Ollie's shop and I've hung out with Ollie, and me and Dave have hung out. I've never really had any one-on-one time with Chris, but I would say me and Ollie and Dave are friends, and Clean is too. If you've been on the show long enough, man, it's like a family, and we hang out at after parties and after the finale. But during the filming, no, we don't interact with the judges, and they do not play favorites, regardless of what the public thinks, man. If they played favorites, me and Clean would have won. Because we both hang out with those guys. I've been to Ollie's fucking house, man. I've been to his shop, and I've done a guest spot with him at his mentor's shop. And you know what? I still didn't win. And those guys love Clean and they respect him, and we're all friends, but neither one of us won. That's what I don't get is when the public's like, oh, it's all fucking rigged. Well, if it's fucking rigged, how come we never won?
Right. It would do better for them if they'd have gave it to you because they brought y'all back for another season.
Yeah.
It would be better because you could build it as, look, we're bringing back the winners to fight again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. It is what it is. I think it's funny that we accept the outcome better than the public does. We don't cry about it. We just move on.
So, do the people really live in a house? Like, do the kid? Is it like you remember watching old fucking Flavor of Love and all those?
Yeah.
Is it like
that?
Yeah,
we live in the house. We're locked up. We're totally sequestered. You can't leave the house. You got no TV. You got internet sometimes, but no, you're locked up, man. It's
you too, or just just the guys?
Prison.
You and Clean, or just the competitors?
Everybody.
You and Clean included.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we're all locked up.
I just figured it would be the main, but they don't want you guys to leak stories. They don't want you to tell the press or to tell people who's won the show before the show airs.
Well, and they want you tired, angry, and pissed off.
That too.
I'll tell you what, alcohol is free when you're filming. They supply a lot of booze.
They set up a lot of little things to make filming better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you guys sign like a contract? Are you allowed to talk about like how much money you made on that, or are you not allowed to talk about that?
No. We have a pretty ironclad contract. It's pretty big. We're only basically allowed to talk about things you've seen on TV, and that's pretty much about it.
Even after it's done over and stuff, you still can't disclose it?
No, not money and stuff like that. No, we can't. I'll say this: we don't get paid shit.
Because everybody thinks that you get paid out the ass.
Fuck no.